Hi everyone, welcome to Algebra with Cola. So today we're going to talk about transformation of functions. So specifically when we have a parent function and how we can transform it. So say my parent function is absolute value of x, and we want to shift that function left or right. So what we have to remember is when we're going to shift that function, whatever we shift it by is going to happen inside the symbol. So you see how I wrote absolute value of x plus or minus h? So say I have the absolute value of x plus 2. That's going to move left 2, and then if I have the absolute value of x minus 2, that's going to move to the right 2. So it's kind of opposite of what our brain wants to think. So if it's plus h inside the symbol, it could be absolute value, it could be bracket, it could be parentheses, we move left. If it's minus h, we move right. Okay, so what if we want to move it up or down? So if we want to shift it up or down, that's going to happen when the number is outside of the symbol. So in this case, we have the absolute value of x plus or minus k. So you see how the plus or minus k is outside the symbol? So when we have the absolute value of x plus 2, that means we're going to shift the graph up 2. And then when we have the absolute value of x minus 2, we're going to shift the graph down 2. So whenever it's outside the symbol, plus k means we're moving up, minus k means we're moving down. Okay, so now this one's a little bit tricky. So say we want to make the graph flipped, narrow, or wide. So when I say flipped, I mean it's going to be like a smiling parabola versus frowning. Narrow means the graph's going to get skinnier, and wide means the graph is going to get wider. So here we go. We have f of x equals a absolute value of x. So the number in front of the symbol determines flipped, narrow, or wide. When there's a negative absolute value of x, that's going to flip it upside down. Okay? When there is a number in front of the absolute value of x, so in this case, a fraction, 1/2 absolute value of x, that's going to make the graph wide. It changes the slope. And then when we have a whole number that's not a fraction in front of the symbol, so 2 absolute value of x, that's going to make the graph narrow. Okay? So our little cheat sheet over here. If a is a negative number, it's going to be flipped. If a is a fraction, if a is a whole number, it's going to get narrow. So a whole number greater than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. And then if a is a fraction, so in between, a fraction less than 1, let's say, then it's going to get wider. So a little bit fatter. The graph is going to get fatter. Okay? And that's transformations.